Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Kay here with another Friday freebie, and this week it is Floral Stationary, designed by Scrimping Mummy, a freebie to create with Scrimping Mummy on Facebook, which, as I always say, will end up in Amanda's Ko-fi shop for a very nominal fee. Now this is all I've got left of what I printed out. I've discarded a little bit, but in the main I've used all of the 10 pages that I printed. It is a 5-page free set of digital papers and they are absolutely delightful, and Amanda has named them as Floral Stationery because in essence it is envelopes, decorative envelopes and writing paper. Well, I've prettied it up a little bit, not that the papers need anything, found it somewhere to settle into, and I've made a little stationery folder, and this is how it looks. Now this is fussy cut flowers from the kit. I've done a little bit of stenciling on the front there, a little bit of smudging just to take away the plainness of the white card, and believe it or not, this is speckled egg, the Tim Holtz distress ink, but because I don't know if it's because of the floral tribute or what it is, but it's got this kind of greeny hue, and I know it's nothing to do with the blending tool because I chose a new blending tool particularly to make sure there was no contamination of colour. But that's the front anyway, and then the back is purely down to stenciling. I didn't feel I wanted to add any of the digital papers onto that, so when it opens up you see the spine which has been inked, and it's really quite pretty as it stands. And then when you turn it over we have the stationery as designed by Scrimping Mummy, and if I take the bits and pieces out so that you can see the inside of things, very simplistic. An A4 sheet of card made the whole thing, allowing for the size of envelopes and that kind of thing. Again, inking, a bit of matte and layering and some stenciling so that even when it's empty it's still a nice little thing that you could store if you wanted to, ephemerin or something of that nature. And these are the writing sheets. Now all I've done with these, because they are absolutely gorgeous, is just folded them into little booklets, so you would open it up like that and you could do some writing in there, open it up entirely, and then you could write a full letter there if you wanted to. And there are 3 of those. 2 are identical as you can see, and then the third one is the blue floral tribute. But this is how they look when they're opened up, and I think as such folded into this 4 works really well, and it's more like little notelets than writing paper, which makes them I think a bit easier to work with, because quite often when you see a great big blank sheet of paper you think, oh my gosh, where do I start? And with it being in bite-sized pieces like this, it's easy to do some little jottings and warm up the old grey cells, if that makes sense. So they fit in there quite nicely. And I just love the imagery. You've got the clock here, the butterfly, the flowers, and it's a mixture of roses. I don't know what else, I can't quite make it out, but they are delicate, whimsical and really lovely. And then there are envelopes within the kit which I have sealed, so you can fold up your little notebook even more and pop your notebook in there, sticky label on the front, and you can put that in the post quite effectively if you wanted to. And there are 2 different envelopes, but again I've printed out the 3 because I've done some fussy cutting, as you saw on the front of the flowers, just to utilise them and not have them go to waste. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Again, the glorious butterfly, the timepiece, who could ask for more? And there are 3 of those. The rest of the sheets that I printed actually went into lining the little holder here, just to stop it being plain, and I wanted to get rid of some of the white, and it just all is married up so beautifully. You don't have to worry about mix and matching, and you know, because the papers are so decorative, they actually don't need a whole lot done to make them look really, really gorgeous. And then because I had papers left over, I made a couple of postcards and just discreetly stamped the postcard bit on, again on the back, so you've got room there to journal or indeed to send them out if that's what you wanted to do. I just think they're absolutely gorgeous, or they would fit into a journal if you decided to turn this into a pocket and, you know, just wanted to use it as an extra element within something larger. So that completes this make for this time. I hope I've inspired you. The papers truly are absolutely gorgeous. I just had to stickle the flowers. I just think, you know, it just adds that little bit of something extra. I didn't want to put the flowers up on pops, but putting the glitter on just does give them that extra little bit of dimension to make them look a little bit more to the fore of the overall image. So I'll thank you for joining me once again. Take care everyone, happy crafting, and bye bye for now.